Scripture and spirit can kill you if you don't reason.
This is an episode of the Rational Christian series from Heaven First Community Church. At Heaven First, we believe Christians should fully utilize their reasoning faculty in following Christ. And now, today's episode.
Scripture and spirit can kill you if you don't reason. Some time ago, it was reported in the news that a pastor had died as a result of handling a snake during church service. The pastor belonged to a group of Pentecostals who believe they are led by the scriptures and by the spirit to pick up serpents. Their guiding scripture is Mark 16:17-18, in which Jesus said that these signs will accompany those who believe, and one of those signs was that they will pick up snakes. It is important to note that not only do these people believe that the scripture is guiding them to handle snakes, they also believe that the spirit is guiding them. One pastor put it this way: I believe strongly that the Spirit of God moves on me to take up serpents. Believing that they are being led by scripture and by spirit, they end up handling snakes and some die as a result. They are literally killed from following scripture and spirit, in quote. As Christians, we can be mistaken about what the correct interpretation of scripture is and what the spirit is leading. If you think you cannot be wrong in either your interpretation of the scripture or in your perception of what the spirit is saying, you are simply proud and deluded. The implication of this is that you can follow what you believe is the leading of both the scripture and the spirit and end up in death like these snake handlers. This death may sometimes be literal, but often it is a metaphoric death which people experience in many aspects of their lives: financial, marital, academic, social, political, and so on. I am convinced that one of the reasons this happens is that God did not intend for us to be led only by scripture and the spirit, but also by sense, reason. God gave us 3 S: scripture, spirit, and sense. But many Christians have been taught to reject sense, to reject reason. But I read in 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 15, where Paul said, I speak to sensible people. Judge for yourselves what I say. The NLT says, you are reasonable people. You are reasonable people. Decide for yourselves if what I am saying is true. I am not arguing that we should abandon the scripture and spirit in favor of reason. No. But I am saying that we should see all 3 as gifts from God. Scripture is a gift from God. The spirit is a gift from God. Sense, reason is a gift from God. And let's utilize all of them. Christians who embrace scripture and spirit but reject sense are like tripods with only 2 legs. They are very unstable, they fall, and they break easily. God has given them 3 legs, but they have been taught to break 1 leg and rely on only 2. Sad. As I write this, I can think of many Christians who have experienced unnecessary hurt and been subjected to much exploitation because they have rejected reason when it comes to the things of God. It is my prayer today that you will decide to fully utilize the sense and reason that God has given to you in all aspects and facets of your life. God bless you.